Hey guys, I just wanted to show you this future bow stave that I'm making from a sapling that we harvested from my friend Leona's parents' property up around Grass Valley. And I've been taking off the bark a little bit after I kept it wet for a few days because I didn't have a chance to work on it. And then I kept it, and then I sealed the ends. And I've been finding that it's been surprisingly hard to get this bark off on the oak that I harvested in the past. If you got the bark off right away, it pops right off, and you can see on this old one that it's kind of thick, the bark right there. And when it's freshly cut, you can just sort of pop it off. But if you leave it and let it dry and age with a bark on, like I did this one, it's very difficult to get the bark off, so much so that you can't really use it in the way that I've been using oak for bows. So this one though, that we just got, is a sapling. It's just one smallish round of wood, and the bark is all thin on it, and for some reason it just doesn't pop off. Maybe it's because of the season, maybe because it's summer, and the other ones I harvested in more like winter. This is how it's going, taking this bark off the draw knife. I feel like I'm just carving that layer off, but it's very uneven surface, so that it's hard to get it consistent depths. I'm gonna have to come back with a smaller knife and just kind of whittle it out, because this is going to be the back of the bow, which for the non-bowyers out there is probably that's the part of the bow that bends. What's in front when you're shooting the bow, that we call it back. And I've never really done it like this before, so I didn't know what to expect, but it looks like that is actually the separation between the bark layer and the wood layer. Actually just hit it right there. And so I guess all this stuff is bark still until you get underneath it. So I'm just gonna have to try to keep this first wood layer intact, so that it's really strong when you bend it. So I'm gonna have to very carefully sort of chip all this stuff off to try to maintain that. Anyways, see how it goes. Now that I'm getting underneath that full bark layer, it's a little bit easier to take off bigger sections like that. Okay, I got this sapling stripped on one side, all the bark off and somewhat clean. Now that will be the back of the future bow. The rest of this bark I could leave on for now because, well, I'm just gonna let it season and dry for at least 6 months, and that will help it dry a little slower. And eventually I'll just be taking a hatchet to that area, so it doesn't need to be all intact on the surface. Okay, future bow stave.